coffee from Colombia. We actually make our own coffee here too in Kona, in Hawaii, right? There's multiple.
So this is an argument on Fox News about how we do not need imports. Ultimately, we can just make everything in the United States. And the example that this lady decided to use was coffee, which is also the first thing my mind goes to. It's an essential item for me. I'm not giving it up, and I definitely think the price will be going up very soon. In fact, I just went and got a whole bunch of it. We just opened this one today because this knowledge is easily accessible regardless, but I happen to know from working as a barista in college that yes, the vast majority of our coffee comes from outside of the United States. This is a matter of climate. There's something called the bean belt. And as the Fox News lady pointed out, the only place in the United States where we are actually able to grow coffee and do grow coffee is on the main island of Hawaii. Most of the coffee that you and me drink every day is a blend from like Colombia, Brazil, so on. We also get beans from places like Ethiopia, Sumatra, and then of course there's things like the French roast. But Kona coffee, it should be common knowledge if you drink coffee. So first of all, most Kona coffee that we get in the US is a blend. It's usually 10% Kona coffee and the rest comes from other places like Colombia or Brazil. Now, even so, this 12-ounce bag, which is a little bit smaller than the typical bag you would buy in the store, is $21.90. That is the cheapest option that I could find. And again, that's for a 10% blend. The typical bag size that you'll find in the grocery store is about 16 ounces. And here you can see 100% Kona coffee for 16 ounces. It's $39.95. And you can see the price range up here. If you want to get larger portions, it goes all the way up to $182 for coffee. And again, Kona is the only place where the US produces coffee. There are many places within the mainland US where we roast coffee, but that is not the same thing. You have to have the product of the coffee bean, which is actually fruit, by the way. It has to grow first, right, and be harvested. And this can only be done in certain climates. So again, you can see here, hardly any coffee consumed in the US is brewed from homegrown beans. In Hawaii, on average every year, they harvest about 11.5 million pounds of coffee. However, United States citizens, on average in recent years, consume 282 times more than the coffee that is produced in Kona. So how is Kona, which is an island, by the way, it's not a large place, how are they going to increase production, like immediately, of coffee by 282 times? How do you expect that to happen? And again, in the meantime, the vast majority of coffee that we have in the US that you buy on shelves every day is from Colombia or Brazil. We already have seen a trade war, a tariff war begin with Colombia. Brazil has started to mention that they aren't very happy with us either, specifically in regards to the deportation flights and the conditions of these people. It's making them not really want to play nice with us. And coffee is just one tiny example, and although I joke that it's essential to me, it's not essential in the way that a lot of imported items are, that we're going to lose access to, like, soon. And these Fox News ladies are up here spewing nonsense. Probably because they have $4,000 espresso machines in their kitchens and they don't realize that $40 for a bag of coffee from Kona, a pure blend, is actually way too much money to the average consumer, to the average household in the US. A 16-ounce bag would honestly sustain my household of two for 5 days maybe. So we'd be buying that 6 times a week, 40 times 6, $240 on coffee a month. Yep, that's a reasonable budget.